Good evening. I hope everybody is doing okay. Today has been a beautiful day outside. Looks like we've got some cloudy skies where there may be a little bit of rain coming through here soon. But otherwise, today has been a beautiful day. This video is for those that have experienced the loss of a loved one or someone close. And I just want to put a disclaimer out there real quick. If you have experienced the loss of a loved one or someone close within the last week or month, or 3 months, or even 6 months, this video may not be an appropriate video for you to listen to, because you really do need to go through the grieving process. You really do need to acknowledge where you're at with your feelings and being able to express that. And it is okay to hurt from that. You need to be able, we oftentimes say, I've got to be strong. I've got to be strong. Well, even the strongest have some weak times. You don't get strength and become strong if you've never been weak. So don't consider that a sign of weakness. It's a part of the grieving process. This video, at minimum, it should be where you've lost someone maybe a year at minimum, because if it's less than that, you really do need to take time to go through the grieving process and try to recover from it. You'll never be completely healed, especially if it's someone that you really loved and you really cared about. You don't completely heal from it. You just get to a point where you're able to cope with that loss through time. So again, this is a video for those that have experienced the loss at minimum a year. Last summer, I lost my cousin. It was very significant for me. Even now, talking about it kind of gets me to the point where I want to get teary-eyed. This cousin was very close to me. People say oftentimes, hey, I'm just a phone call away. And he was literally a phone call away. He made me feel like I could be comfortable calling him anytime, any day. It didn't matter. He supported me as I went through nursing school. Anytime I needed help, he helped me. He allowed me to use his car. He allowed me to stay with him at one point. He was literally a phone call away. And then what was even more valuable is that I could talk to him about anything. Anything. He was like a cousin / father / friend. He was all the above wrapped in one. And the one thing that I loved about him the most is his honesty. Like, he would tell me what other people around you sometimes would sugarcoat. He didn't sugarcoat. He just flat out tell me. I remember one time he told me specifically, he said, Miranda, you give some good advice. And then he said, why don't you use it? Even to this day, I'm just now starting to come up with a good answer. So I can't imagine what I said then, but whatever it was, it didn't have no substance behind it. I tell you that. And I say all this to say, because when he passed, it hurt me to my core. I have been through some things, but that hurt me to my core. And so, with that being said, one day I was thinking about him. And it got me teary-eyed. And then something just ran through my mind. You know what? At some point, you have to redirect your focus from the hurt, the pain that you're experiencing from the loss, to the joy that they brought to your life, the joy they brought to your heart, the happiness they brought, the reason that even makes you feel sad because of them being gone. You have to redirect your focus. And when I made a conscious decision to redirect my focus of how I felt about his passing, it makes me where I can tolerate the pain that I feel more tolerable. Because I'm not focusing on my life being worse because they're not there. I'm focusing on how much value, how much meaning that he brought to my life. Part of who I am and where I'm at right now is because of what he helped me with and helped me get through. So that brings joy to my heart. It wipes away my tears sometimes, and it brings back a smile to my face. I want to get y'all to that point. And it is doable. Our minds are so powerful. We are capable of doing whatever we put our mind to. It is very important to have the right people in your life to be able to pour into your spirit. And I'm telling you, that right there brings me life. It gives me joy in knowing that he was a part of my process. And then we oftentimes say, well, I wish such and such was still here because I'm going through this situation or I'm going through this circumstance. And I'd like to get their advice. I'd like to hear what they would have to say about it. But if you remember, 9 times out of 10, you kind of already have an idea of what they say. Because even though they physically leave us, they still are in our spirits. They're still in our hearts. Some of the things that they would have said wouldn't be too much different. So you can already have an idea of how they would respond if they were still here. If you just sit and think about, if you said, hey, I just got promoted, you know what they would say. Or if you would say, hey, you know what? I'm leaving this relationship that I'm in. You have an idea of what they would say. If you would say, you know what? I'm confused on what decision I should make about a certain situation. You've got an idea of what they would say because you had a closeness with them. And so I'll leave you guys with this. When you're experiencing the loss of a loved one or someone close to you, don't stay wrapped up in the hurt and the pain that it brought to your life because they've left. Redirect your focus to the joy that having them in your life brought to you. Allow the joy in you to wipe away your tears and get you through. If you like the content in this video, please subscribe to the Heart to Heart YouTube channel. It's heart and a number 2, heart. From my heart to your heart, I'm here to minister to your spirit and help you get through some of the challenging things that you face. Please like, share, comment. Let me know your thoughts. Give me your feedback. Or if there's any topics you would like for me to discuss or even do a video with me, make a comment in the comment section. Subscribe to the Heart to Heart YouTube channel. You guys have a blessed evening, and I'm wishing you all the best in your journey in learning how to cope with the loss of a loved one or someone close.